Thanks, Mary and Martin, for that lovely warm welcome. And good afternoon, everyone. I wouldn't normally start off with a quote, but on this occasion, please indulge me. A few months ago, an ambassador for the arts said, and I quote, "Spending on arts and arts funding is not a cost, but an investment. We see it as something that is fundamental and strategic, an investment in the future. The funding of the arts shouldn't be left to the artistic and cultural community alone, and I call on all the business community to lend your support." And why I say this is because creativity is often the lifeblood of businesses. Creativity leads to strong, vibrant, inclusive communities. It also creates local cultural identity, and we're all stakeholders in this. We all benefit from the output. These wise words don't come as you might expect from someone working in the arts. The champion of the arts is in fact the CEO, Alliance Ireland, Sean McGrath, speaking at this year's Alliance Arts and Business Awards. I've quoted Sean at some length, not only because he articulates this sentiment so very well, but because it shows clearly how business is here to get the arts. It shows how the business community understands the benefits of investing and partnering with artists and arts organisations, how everyone benefits: business, arts, the communities and the places in which we all live, work and play. Those same communities that are strengthened by the presence of a rich creative culture and an enterprising business sector, those communities from which the arts derive their inspiration and businesses derive their revenue. I've also included Sean's quote because I think it demonstrates the value of the events that Arts and Business Northern Ireland organise for our sectors. We all recognise the tremendous work that they do in bringing arts people and business people together like today, so that we can develop a greater understanding and appreciation of how much more we can achieve when we work in tandem. They nurture relationships between our two sectors and help us to see the potential that can be unlocked through our partnerships. In addition to this, Arts and Business have established a number of prominent public platforms through events such as the Alliance Arts and Business NI Awards and today's Investing in the Arts event, so that representatives of our successful partnerships can make their voices heard more clearly, which of course is important if we want to broadcast our achievements, encourage greater support for the arts and bring more businesses and interested parties on board. We're learning more and more as we go along about the many mutual benefits to be gained from closer alliances between our two sectors. Many such alliances which have gone on to become firm commitments and to achieve some very successful things originated with the support of the investment programme. The investment programme has made a really significant contribution to attracting new sponsorship and support from the local business community into the arts. And I want to acknowledge the commitment of that business community to the arts, the generosity of your investment over and above any financial outlay, of your time, your expertise and your resources. All of these are really invaluable assets to the arts if we want to maintain a healthy creative sector. Your support is vital, and it can extend well beyond the individual arts projects that you're involved in. Hopefully, having had a successful experience working with your arts organisations, you'll use your enthusiasm, your influence to spread the word to other businesses and indeed further afield to others who have a say in the future of the arts here. Because politicians especially listen to business people. We sometimes struggle to make politicians understand the arts and the riches that they bring to life in Northern Ireland. They understand you better, perhaps because they often judge their own political success in terms of jobs and the economy, perhaps because you speak the same language. So when you say the arts matter, when you say that arts enhance your business, politicians really tend to sit up and pay attention. Your words carry authority, and that makes you really powerful advocates for the arts. Speaking of an Arts Council advocacy event at Stormont earlier this year, Bill Woolsey, a figure you will be very familiar with from the local hospitality sector, who also happens to be an ardent champion of the arts, said that from a business perspective you can even put a price on art. The words Bill delivered to our folks on the Hill were as follows, and again I quote, "My industry is one of the biggest growth industries. We will supply jobs. We're linked hand in glove with the arts. Without the arts, there wouldn't be that growth in our business. When you look at why people come to Belfast, well, we've interesting buildings, interesting history, friendly people, and an arts community. That arts community, under every figure you look at, improves dwell time, and it's dwell time that leads to spend. So as we see, it's a two-way street. We benefit each other. A short while ago at another arts and business awareness raising event, Susanna Caldwell, head of corporate sponsorship for Manchester's Halle Orchestra, talked about the value of their partnership with Siemens, the engineering and technological services company, which also has a sizable operation in Manchester. Siemens is one of their major sponsors and has made a substantial contribution to the development of the Halle Orchestra's training programmes and choral workshops. In return, through its association with the orchestra, Siemens enjoys a greatly enhanced public profile. Manchester is hugely proud of its orchestra, and rightly so. So any association with the orchestra will be positive and will lift the reputation of its title sponsor, particularly in the locale. The association offered Siemens extremely attractive added value or added familiarity and stronger ties to the place. And it's helped to anchor their company in the consciousness of the local community as one of ours, if you like. That's the sort of loyalty and goodwill that money can't easily buy. We've equally strong examples of partnerships here in Northern Ireland, where the arts are helping companies to fulfil wider corporate responsibilities, and I know you're going to hear directly from some of them. Translink promoting a family-friendly face of public transport through its sponsorship of the Belfast Children's Festival. Specsavers supporting silver screenings for older residents at the Strand Arts Centre. Dale Farm working with the Grand Opera House and Pint-Size Productions to promote farm safety for children, to mention just a few of the very successful recent partnerships supported by the investment programme. Such partnerships are helping local companies to drive home their corporate and commercial messaging to people and local communities in more creative and more engaging ways. The Arts Council funds the investment programme through the Arts and Business or Northern Ireland, and we're also the principal funder of this excellent organisation. We recognise how important it is to forge stronger bonds between our two worlds of commerce and the arts. That's why we're investing our resources in this area. And isn't that precisely what public investment is about? Investing in risky, innovative, pioneering ideas so that those ideas have the opportunity to put down roots and then to grow and blossom. It's heartening, really heartening, I have to say, to see so many businesses in Northern Ireland now realising the advantages of embedding arts activity within their businesses and their strategies. With your support, with our artists' support, and with Arts and Business Northern Ireland using your wealth of experience to bring these worlds together, I hope and trust that many more enterprising and mutually rewarding partnerships will follow. The investment programme has been a tremendous initiative. As we shall hear now from guest speakers who participated on the programme, our two sectors inspire each other. We add fascinating new dimensions to each other's work. We are quite simply stronger and better together. And when our two sectors combine their talents, as they do through the Invest programme, astonishing things are always bound to happen. Thank you.